So I'm going to show you step by step the carpal tunnel release by the minimal access open release technique. So the incision of the extended carpal tunnel release is here, and the minimal access open release technique is here. As you can see, this box represents the difference between this. Only this much is enough for the minimal access open release. Basically, we take a incision on the radial aspect of the fourth ray and we mark it so. First, we cut the dermis and the fat. Then the superficial palmar fascia is exposed. Then we create a plane between the aponeurosis and the subcutaneous tissue, both proximally and distally, as you can see here. Then we cut the superficial palmar fascia. And we expose and divide the what is called the distal holdfast fibers. Now, people don't pay attention to this particular point. This is another layer of fibers which covers the thinner eminence, and unless that is divided, the true roof of the carpal tunnel is not seen. Then we put the retractor proximally, exposing distal forearm, and complete the cut on the aponeurosis. Finally, after the distal holdfast fibers are cut, the thinner muscles are exposed over here. If they are excessive in size, they are gently taken away with a bipolar cautery to expose the roof of the carpal tunnel. The distal holdfast fibers are cleared distally beyond the incision. Everything is under vision. Finally, you open the roof of the carpal tunnel with a number 15 blade. The tunnel is opened like so. Complete opening in the palm. Then we again create proximal and distal planes in the distal forearm and the part of the palm which is beyond the carpal tunnel incision. If you strategically put a retractor and lift it, you can start seeing the continuity. This is the carpal tunnel and that is the deep fascia of the forearm. So you can see everything under vision. And then we cut the junction of the forearm and the wrist part of the carpal tunnel roof, and then advance the scissor under vision in the forearm to cut the distal part of the forearm fascia. Now this is the full open view where you can see the tip of my retractor is here in the forearm and everything is open over here. Similarly, we complete it on the distal aspect. Distal completion is signified by seeing the palmar arch, as you can see over here. Can everyone see the palmar arch? Then you can also note the flexor tendons and see if the synovium is thick or not. If you can see a flexor tendon like this, that means the synovium is normal. This picture shows visualization of the motor branch of the median nerve. Always look for the motor branch and record it in the notes that you looked for and identified an intact motor branch. We always close with Vicryl Rapid because it avoids another 10 minutes suture removal in the outpatient department. We give a dressing with fluffed gauze and a slab with the wrist in extension. MP joints are free. There are two publications we did. One is with my student Sushil Nethe and second with Dr. Ruturaj Deshpande, who rotated in our department and who wrote his thesis on this. Both we concluded that minimal access carpal tunnel release is open and deep fascia of the distal forearm can be done under excellent visualization. Morbidity is much less than ECTR, especially pain and hypertrophy at the hand-wrist junction. And the incision is very similar to endoscopy. I thank Dr. Parag Lad and all my friends in ISSH. Thank you very much.